Hi, what's up, guys? Barstool Mintzy here, joined by Philip Barbaree Jr., PBJ, qualified for the U.S. Open in Pittsburgh next week. Shot a 64 in the qualifier? What? Congrats. How we doing?
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, it was a crazy couple days there in Florida. A lot of rain delays, starts and stops, and uh, yeah, somehow got it done. It was blast, but yeah, knew I kind of had my back against the wall and had to make some birdies, so it worked out this time.
Well, okay. So I've been following your career since you were in high school at Bird.
Hmm.
Your illustrious junior career, one of the top golfers in Louisiana, if not the top. Graduated high school early. Who
Yeah,
who does that? To go to LSU, had a great career at LSU. Now you've been a pro for I believe what 4 to 5 years,
yeah.
and you've been so. I know you played a lot of big events, but is this your first major, or did you play one when you were a junior?
So I played a U.S. Open 2018. I
Okay,
played
I
U.S.
thought so.
Open.
I thought because your
Yeah.
junior career, I thought you qualified.
Yeah, I qualified one other time, but this is my second. So yeah,
Well, okay. So playing the U.S. Open, what did you learn from that experience when you were young that you think will help you next week?
man, I was sophomore in college, or about to be a sophomore in college, and yeah, I definitely wasn't ready for all that. It was a lot to take in. First major, really tough golf course. But I have a lot more experience now, and I think that'll really help. And I feel like all around my game's just better. So not going to be as wide eyed as I was back then, trying to starstruck by all the people and stars or whatever. And so now I think I feel a lot more ready this time.
Well, you've been all over the place. I know you've played literally all over the world on tours, and you were saying before you've been playing in a South America tour, and I know you've been playing in Canada every summer. Like, what's
Yeah.
life like as a pro golfer?
Man, it's a lot. It's a lot of golf. It's a lot more golf than I ever played before. Um, before college or in college. So I'm traveling all the time. Like last year in Canada, we had two stints of 4 weeks in a row. But yeah, we just got done with South America, which we went to six different countries, and world's different down there. That's for sure. And it's crazy, but it was a good experience, and I had a good couple months down there, which is nice. I put myself in a good position to hopefully get some status at the end of the year. So I'm looking forward to that.
Where was your favorite place in South America you went and played?
Man, they're all so different, but so Lima, Peru had the best food for
Oh
sure.
man,
Rio was awesome because the beaches and the Christ the Redeemer statue and all that. Um, Probably our favorite city was Mexico City. Just the city's really cool.
it's like high up in the mountains too, right?
It's high. Yeah, it's like
That's what I've
I
heard.
think it's like 8,500 feet above sea level. So a little different than Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah, shout out Shreveport though, man. Still,
Yeah,
still so much love there. And then you also got married last year, I believe, too, right?
I did. Well, 3 months ago.
Okay,
So
I
it's
know.
been it's been quick. Yes. So
How
that
how is
was
man how is managing that with the golf? Like, does she go on the road all the time with you, or how do y'all balance it?
yeah. So so starting in Canada last year, she actually started caddying for me.
Oh, that's
Um,
cool.
Yeah, so she's been there every step of the way. Thank goodness her real job lets her do this. So she's been around the whole time for the ride, and she's been to all these countries with me, and she'll be caddying at the U.S. Open next week too.
Well, I gotta say that like we're only on Earth once, and using golf to get this travel and see the world is, you know, pretty
Yeah,
amazing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Especially
No, no,
especially
it
before you
is.
have kids.
Yeah, no, this is the perfect time to do it. And I wouldn't be able to do this if I didn't play golf. So, pretty thankful for that opportunity. And it's always nice to come back to the U.S. though. I will say after a couple weeks out of the country, but it is cool to see these different places and kind of get ourselves in those kind of cultures.
I got to ask. So now how is this being like our mutual close friend Roy Lang, who shout out to Roy. I know he's caddying. Y'all been close friends with your family for a long time. Roy, I cannot think more highly of anybody that I think of Roy and how good he was to me during my Shreveport time. Saw him on the Golf Channel with you the other day. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, no, Roy. So Roy, I told Roy, I was like, why don't you come down there for the tournament or for the qualifier? And he was like, okay, I'm going to Idaho to watch LSUS play the baseball championship, but
59-0 too.
yeah, yeah, 59-0. So Shreveport's doing good right now. But yeah, no, so he went up there and he was like, I'll try to make it work. So it turns out, obviously they won all their games early. So he was able to come down there, watch us, and for it to just happen the way it did was amazing. And so he's not carrying anymore, but he's still right there.
Hey, what do they say? Happy wife is a happy life. So I'm
That's
sure
right.
I'm sure he understood. I would have loved to be a fly on the wall, like, hey Roy, you've been a great caddy for years, but man, I just got married. My wife's on the back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sorry, my wife wants to caddy. Well, the thing is, she came up there in Canada last year to come watch me a tournament, and then I made the cut, and I was like, "Hey, do you want to caddy on the weekend?" She was like, "Yeah, I'll caddy." So she got on the bag. I ended up playing great, and I just kept her along.
That's really cool though, because like
Yeah.
I mean, most people go to play golf to get away from their wives.
Exactly. Well, that's what I told a lot of people. I was like, man, if she didn't want to get rid of me after those couple months, she must really want to keep this wedding going.
That's amazing. Well, I would ask. So, growing up in Shreveport, the history in golf in Shreveport. I mean, obviously David Toms and Hal Sutton, and then obviously I know you're extremely close friends with Sam Burns, and y'all grew up playing together.
Yeah.
Grew up playing together in Shreveport. Squire, I know played at Squire. He still plays out of Squire Creek all the
Yeah.
time. On that same LSU team, pro, like just the growing up in Shreveport, you're like such a part of a great history and lineage. Do you think that like helped you growing up? I know that that's one of the coolest things about Shreveport is that golf tradition.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, growing up with David Toms, obviously being a big figure was, I think it definitely helps, me and Sam kind of grow up and want to do that same thing. And although I really wasn't into golf, I guess, whenever David had, most of his big runs, but just being around him and seeing him all the time. And then obviously his son Carter being our age too, we got
Yeah,
to
he
hang.
played on LSU's team with you too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And just being around him all the time was, I think it definitely motivated us. And so that was awesome. And then to have Sam there with me growing up and just to kind of have that kind of like friendly rivalry going on I think that was instrumental in kind of allowing us to grow as golfers and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that definitely has a big part of it. And then Hal Sutton, obviously, he's a legend. So all that definitely contributes.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to ask about like mindset because I think it's fascinating because you're out there traveling the world, but you're like right on the edge of the PGA Tour being full
Yeah.
time. But you're on that level. I mean, there's
Yeah.
no doubt you have the talent. You can look at it your entire career. Like, how is that? I mean, obviously, you have a huge opportunity in the U.S. Open, but like,
Yeah.
how's that? Like, I mean, you're like in the high AAA of golf, basically. Uh,
Yeah.
well, mate,
I,
like, how is that like being right there? And I know you want to break through the PGA, but you're being successful. Is it
yeah.
like you put pressure on yourself on it, or you just enjoy it? I'm just curious mentally.
Yeah, no. So I talked to Fletch this morning about this, and he was asking me, what's it like? It's such a razor thin line, and that's what it is. It's so razor thin that there's so many good golf. Like people don't realize how many good golfers are on these different tours, and like where I'm playing, there's just so many great golfers, and it's all about just playing good at the right time. And I just told him, I was like, man, if you're gonna keep doing this, you just gotta keep plugging away and keep believing that something good's gonna happen, because it's so razor thin. Like I said, like you just have to play good at the right times, and I think that's what all sports is just playing good at the right times, or when you have an opportunity to make the most of it. So I'm excited for obviously next week, but I'm also excited for being in Canada and seeing if I can um, improve there and get status on the Corn Ferry Tour by the end of the year.
Yeah, the thing with golf is they say it all the time. It's the between the ears thing, though. It's just mentally,
Yeah.
just every shot. There's so much pressure on everything, and like, how do you like just deal with that? in general?
Yeah, it's you know, it's really a lot like life in a way. Like you have, you know, just having to be patient, or just having to just have faith that something good's gonna happen. Like, cause I mean, I've been right there.
Oh, no doubt. No, in your junior career, you were one of the, like you were literally you were your top junior
Yeah,
in the country for a while. If I remember.
yeah, and so it's just that, just but as far as, tournaments go, one shot at a time. There's so much that can happen in one tournament or one event or whatever, that a lot of times you just kind of have to do your best. I think Scotty, he always has such a good mindset, and I heard him in interviews say, you just gotta just do your best, and then whatever happens, that's kind of just the way the chips fall for that tournament. And so um, it's kind of that mindset of just trying to do your best and do all the right things, and then whatever happens happens.
Yeah, I feel like what we were talking about, like you've got the right attitude, just enjoying the journey in
Yeah,
South America and Canada, and like just enjoy, like I guess, like just enjoy that you get to do that and see the world as like opposed to just putting pressure on yourself. I don't know. I don't
yeah,
know. I'm just like
yeah.
obsessed with mental stuff.
No, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if anytime you go through with that kind of mindset, I think it would just kind of be more free to kind of just go play. And so I think, rather than saying, "Oh, I have to do this, have to do that," I think my game's good enough that if I just take the pressure off me, that the things are going to work out. Um, but that's another thing, just kind of letting it go. I think that's a good mindset to have.
You seem like extremely laid back and in a good mood. Like now that you've already played the U.S. Open once, and you've played tons of big golf tournaments in your life, so this isn't
Yeah,
like a first time thing or anything. Uh, you feel like you're in a good spot as far as going into next week.
yeah. No, you know, I, I would love to go up next week and say that, I want to be near the lead. I want to try to win the tournament. But as far as next week goes, I'm going to do as best I can. I'm going to try to make the cut and then go from there. Um, but it's tough going in just one off week, or 1 week, just going in and trying to play, especially U.S. Open. But I'm looking forward to the opportunity, and I think I can play good. So.
So what's U.S. Open week looking like for you? You're home. My bad. You're home in Louisiana right now. You heading up there early next week, I'm sure, to get some practice rounds in.
Yeah, so I'm gonna leave Saturday, so in a couple days, and then I'll play practice rounds Sunday through Wednesday. I'll play just 9 holes a day, and then Thursday comes around. But I feel like going up there Saturday will give me enough time to prep and everything, and get used to the golf course.
Yeah. So have you ever played the? It's Oakmont, right?
Yeah, it's Oakmont. No,
Yeah.
I've never played it, but I've seen a bunch of videos recently, a bunch of pictures that it's gonna play pretty tough. So I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Yeah, the U.S. Open's always so fun for people that suck at golf like me because it's the only time you watch pros like have to look like us out there.
Yeah. Well, I
I
think I
mean,
think
it's insane how tough it is.
you're gonna see that next week too.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's what's it's so much fun. And I'm sure you'll get to see Sam there too.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna try to play a practice round together one of these days, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to playing with Sam, because I haven't played. I played with him around here at Squire Creek or whatever, but I haven't played with him in a tournament kind of setting in a while. So that'll be fun.
Yeah. So where do you like? You're obviously traveling so much. Do you just live in Shreveport, but just you're all traveling all the time?
Yeah. So I moved to Dallas out of college,
Okay.
and then I moved back here probably 2 years ago. Um, and I felt like whenever I wasn't traveling, which was a lot, I wanted just to go back home and see friends, family, and everything. So decided to move back here, and it's when I met my wife. So it's all worked out.
Yeah, that makes sense too, though. Like I travel a lot too, and it's like there's just no reason to have like a really big lifestyle somewhere big if you're always on the road.
Yeah.
It just doesn't.
Yeah. No, it just, I'd go back to Dallas and I'd be like, well, I might just drive to Shreveport for the day, whatever. And then I'd do that all the time. And I'd be like, why don't I just live here? So came back here, and it's been great.
That's cool. Where do you play in Shreveport? They
So
redid Southern Trace, right?
they did redo Southern Trace, and it's nice. Thankfully, Eastridge and then the David Thomas Academy, they let me play out there. So that's where I play most of my golf. but and Eastridge is about to be. They're also getting it redone right now, so it'll be really nice. It should be opening in September-ish. So, but yeah, I played those two spots and have a coach at the David Thomas Academy too. So that's part of the reason. Also, I wanted to come back home, and that's been awesome too.
Awesome, man. Well, it seems like you sound confident, got a rolling. I mean, coming in with the 64, getting to play the U.S. Open, like what a
Yeah,
what a life. I mean, what a life, And then you said,
yeah.
I'm going to try to run you down. So I was telling you off air, I'm getting sent to Canada to do a video log with Canadian Oldie by Toronto. So
Yeah.
I'm going to see where your Toronto tourney is and try to schedule this
Come
trip around it. Come out there and watch you.
come on up, come on up. Canada's fun. Canada's a blast. So
Hell,
yeah, that'll be good. We'll have to catch up then.
yeah, that would be super fun. Well, I just want to say thanks for giving me some time this morning.
Yeah.
Follow him on all socials, Philip Barbaree Jr. And man, I'm gonna be cheering like hell for you in this U.S. Open. I mean,
Hey, I appreciate
even
it.
if you make the cut, that'd be amazing.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Like I said, I'd love to be up there near the top, but first things first, we're gonna try to make the cut and then do some damage on the weekend.
They're like, I mean, I know there's rewards if you do like top 5, top 10. Like, like what, like it's just making the cut here. Like what, like what is like what's the stake?
That's a good question. I don't know the ins and outs because there's so much that goes
Well, it's a
into it.
USGA, not PGA, too.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
USGA, which technically it's a PGA event, so let's just say having a good week would be really good for my career for sure.
Hell yeah. We'll certainly be pulling for you and love to see it.
Got
Thanks
it.
again. Thanks again for joining this morning. Shout out Roy Lang, who I know, like I mentioned.
Yeah. Shout out Roy. Thanks
Our
for having me on.
mutual buddy.
It was fun to catch up and hope to see you soon.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Well, I'll see you up in Canada, but I'll be cheering hard for you this week as well, all of the great state of Louisiana.
Let's do it.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Moody.